the right roadmap. Okay, they are creative, they are smart, but rarely you will find Bahraini innovators. They know how to go there. Where should? Because when I give any presentation in my country, many of them, they came to me after the presentation and asked me, Amina, we have an idea, what shall we do, where we go? So they don't have clear roadmap, how they can go, how they can do their prototype, from where they can have funds. And so I think this is standard challenge, or all the countries we are sharing the same concern. In the GCC, okay, you will see the criteria for the innovation capabilities is technological readiness, global competitive index, higher education and training, innovation, and business. So the thing here is, from the GCC countries, is Qatar is the leader so far, because they are putting a lot of investment in innovation. Myself, I've been in Qatar Foundation many times, and they are putting a lot of investment in the innovation and research and development. And here, if you are interested, you will see where we are from the world and how we are coming. So I don't want to bother you with all these figures, but if you are interested, I can share it. So our strength in Bahrain is, as you know from long time, our strategic location or strategic land, because we are one of the countries who have very strategic place in between the Middle East. We have high education. Now these days, more than 4 universities just established, just within the last 3 years. So we have a good budget. We are one of the richest countries in the world because we are oil and gas country. But although we need a good tracker to let our innovators or inventors be in the right track. And we are putting a lot of efforts to do that. Myself, I'm managing the Innovation Center in Ahliya University in Bahrain. We are now, I think by next October, we will launch the new Innovation Center, which will be provided with all the equipments and tools that inventor need or the innovator need, like the 3D printing. We will put some specialist people to engage from the engineering side, from the designing side, business, financial, all these. So at least we provide them with the experience environment which can support them and help them to make their dream reality. So as I said, yes, we have strength, but we have challenges. Okay, so for each strength we have challenge. We are facing it in opposite the sector, and we are trying in daily basis now in Bahrain University, and especially the Crown Prince of Bahrain. He's really taking care of the education and how the education can really, because education should not be any more traditional. We should add the innovation in our education, because this is the place which you can grab the student attention and let them think creatively. So in my humble opinion, again, I think it is not about having a certificate. Yes, it's very important to be educated and certified and so on, but the most important thing, how you can be different, how you can be a real added value for your community, for your country, whatever. So this is what we are trying from Iftikhar Innovation Society in Bahrain and from the universities, Bahrain government and private universities. We are trying to enrich this field, which we think strongly we have a lack. So this is one of the, this is showing how which organizations and they are supporting the innovation in Bahrain. Okay, and honestly, not because I'm from this country, but they are putting a lot of efforts. One of the things what make us really special that we have that UNIDO. Their Middle East Center is located in Bahrain. Okay, and we have Bahrain Development Bank, which their role is to give grants to innovators. They run them in process like a course, just to keep sure that that their ideas are protected, their ideas will be really added value for the sector that they are looking to enrich it or whatever, and then they start to provide them with a grant to do their prototype. They have huge places just to engineer their idea and mechanically or so yes, they are for me the good thing now that the youth now in Bahrain, they don't want just to be an employees. No, they want to be something special, and they are trying their best because it's not acceptable just to be an employee. You will see many of us they are employees and they have their own business. So I think this is a good cultural shake which may take us for something really good. And this is in depth how actually I don't like to read slides. Okay, so that's why I'm a vegetarian person. So the purpose of why I'm being a speaker today is just to share with you and say there is a Bahrain and Bahraini inventor which really want to drive the Middle East. Okay, and show that how the woman can be, if the woman is empowered, she can reach a lot of things. Last year I was invited by the previous American President Obama. I was giving a very lovely speech and workshop in Stanford University, and John Kerry mentioned my name as one of the Middle East women in the Middle East, which because he saw my invention. I have some relatives who have knee problems. So the thing which I was planning to show you doesn't work, and all the slides which personally I don't like to share, they are working properly. So the purpose again of speaking is just to share with you that innovation and culture in the Middle East, which is really work, and it may be useful for you to know that the Bahrain culture or the Bahraini economy is welcome to invest in any idea, not necessarily to be a Bahraini idea. So the EDB, the Economic Development Council, and Bahrain Development Bank. There's one of the organizations they call it Tamkeen. All these they are government purely government sectors which they are welcome anytime to put grants for the creative ideas and innovative ideas. So please search about it, and if you want to have a depth or a detailed thing about it, I'm here, and I will be so happy to provide you with this information. Thank you very much.
Medical training corner. Philippines is one of the best medical training corner, and you have been explaining in your course of duration of explanation about all the medical innovations you have been into part of. Can you just let us know some few points, like apart from medical innovations, is there any science innovations apart from medical Philippines has taken aboard?
Yeah, basically in the medical field, mostly we are concerned with diagnostics, and right now we are very much concerned because of our indigenous resources. We are very much focused on drug discovery, on the potential of our plants, flora and fauna, in terms of medical applications of their particular constituent. So we have those particular areas now under the Philippine Council for Health Research.
Thank you, Delegate. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Nobody question? Good news. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's finish my job in this time, and we are going to the coffee. No coffee?
Excuse me, no coffee?
Nobody knows.
Oh, no. Okay, we are going to the coffee, and then I invite Dr. Safavi for the next president of the.
Will it be like
Just we have 10 minutes, and we are starting 3:30. Yeah. Okay, what do you want? Because we have it.
Good, that's not early.
Yeah, that's okay.
The speakers are here.
Okay, we have a coffee or no? Oh, sorry.
But we can also.
Oh, okay, we can continue. Yeah, thank you.
Cooperation India, and also
from Iran. Since this is the first time I take the floor, I would like to thank our hosts, both the Indian Innovation Association and also APCCT, for organizing such a wonderful meeting in such a beautiful city. With this small introduction, I would like to start. In fact, today we have three distinguished speakers. I'm very anxious to hear them, what they have to say. The first one is Dr. Krishnan Raghavan from APCTT, and he will take us through the facilitating cross-border technology partnership, the role of APCTT. Dr. Raghavan, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Before I begin this presentation, I would like to ask you whether I should make the presentation in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes. There are three options for you. I can do it in 5 minutes, I can do it in 10 minutes, I can also do it in 1 hour also, the same presentation. But in the interest of time, I'll try to finish in 10 minutes. This is just the outline. APCTT was established in the year 1977. And it was inaugurated by the then Commerce Minister Pranab Mukherjee, and recently completed his term as President of India. It was initially set up in Bangalore, and then in 1993 it moved to New Delhi. So the objectives of APCTT are develop and manage national innovation systems, develop, transfer, adapt and apply technology, improve the terms of transfer of technology, and identify and promote technologies that are relevant for the region. These are the 4 core principles and objectives that we work on. We have all the member countries of Economic and Social Commission for Asia Pacific, ESCAP we call it, all are our de facto members. That means we cover 53 countries, starting from Iran in the west, to Kiribati and Solomon Islands, Australia and New Zealand in the east. So we cover a big region. And though we are based in India, we work for all the countries. And some of the countries in Europe and America are our observers. They are not our member countries, but they are observers. This is our headquarters ESCAP, which is based in Bangkok. Some of you might be aware of this organization. This is the largest UN regional commission in the world, which is also called Asia's Parliament. We have 4 sub-regional offices. ESCAP sub-regional office for East and Northeast Asia, which is based in Incheon, Republic of Korea, which is South Korea. We have ESCAP sub-regional office for South and Southwest Asia, which is based in New Delhi in our office. ESCAP sub-regional office for the Pacific, which is in Fiji Islands. Recently, we have established an office in Central Asia, which is Kazakhstan. We have 6 regional institutions. Again, like APCTT is one among them. We are in Delhi, but we have APCICT, which focus on ICT training for policy makers from different countries, based in Incheon, South Korea. The second one is ours, APCTT New Delhi, which focus on technology transfer. The third one is CAPSA, which focus on sustainable agriculture, which is in Bogor, Indonesia. We have the fourth one, which is CSAM, Center for Sustainable Agricultural Mechanization, which is based in Beijing, China. We have the Statistical Institute for Asia Pacific, which is in Chiba, Japan, which provides training on statistics. And the last and most recent one is the Asia Pacific Center for Disaster Information Management, which is recently being set up at Tehran, Iran. So as I mentioned, there are 3 program areas that we work on, which is science, technology and innovation, technology transfer and technology intelligence. So these are the 3 core work programs of APCDT. And our operational modalities are, we do capacity building at multiple levels. It could be policymakers, it could be industries, it could be academicians, it could be SME, small and medium enterprises, it could be technology promotion agencies. And we promote South-South cooperation. South-South means one developing country helping another developing country. So this is South-South. When a developed country helping a developing country is North-South. And we also follow triangular cooperation. Sometimes 2 countries trying to work to help a 3rd country. So it is triangular cooperation. And we also establish specialized technology collaboration networks. For example, in renewable energy, nanotechnology, biotechnology, we have collaboration networks. So several countries are members of this platform. And the 4th one is technology intelligence. What we mean by technology intelligence is we have publications which are freely available, online publications, anybody can access. And we have a core publication called the Asia Pacific Tech Monitor, which has, starting from 2003, there are so many issues. It's a quarterly publication, and you could download free of cost from our website. It captures the essence of science technology development over the decades. And also we have publications called VATIS, which is Value Added Technology Information Service, in 5 areas: biotechnology, renewable energy, ocean layer protection, food processing, and waste management. These are the 5 areas. So we do, as I mentioned, we do capacity building at multiple levels. The core focus is on technology transfer capacity. How do you plan a technology transfer project from one country to another country, from one industry to another industry? And that training involves multiple aspects, even identifying the source of technology, shortlisting the technology, preparing a business case for the technology, negotiation. How do you make partnerships? How do you negotiate a deal? How do you prepare a technology licensing agreement? What is intellectual property rights? How do you apply IPR? So it is a multiple aspects of technology management. We provide training based on the request from countries. And we do partner with institutions like CII and FICCI, whenever there is a need. And we do not only in India, we travel across and we implement such programs in partnership with our focal points. We have Director Edgar Garcia here. He is our Philippines focal point. So like that, we have government departments like LIPI, Indonesia, we have there our focal point for Indonesia. So we have each country, we have a Ministry of Science and Technology organization which promotes our activity in that country. So they are called our focal points. And also we work at the policy level, which is National Innovation System. We can produce technology, we can have a market, but if the policy system is not clear, then the science and technology development will be affected. So what we do is at the policy level, what kind of policies will be effective for a particular country. So we try to do research, we provide advice service to member countries on how to evolve technology